Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
An expression of approval and commendation. He always appreciated praise for his work. Express approval of. The parents praised their children for their academic performance. Offering words of homage as an act of worship. They sang a hymn of praise to God. An expression of approval and commendation. An expression of approval and commendation. An expression of approval and commendation. The formal act of approving. His decision merited the approval of any sensible person. Acceptance as satisfactory. He bought it on approval. A message expressing a favorable opinion. Words of approval seldom passed his lips. A feeling of liking something or someone good. Although she fussed at them, she secretly viewed all her children with approval. A message expressing a favorable opinion. An official award, as for bravery or service, usually given as formal public statement. A statute in draft before it becomes law. How much there is or how many there are of something that you can quantify. A basis for comparison. A reference point against which other things can be evaluated. They set the measure for all subsequent work. Any maneuver made as part of progress toward a goal. The situation called for strong measures. Determine the measurements of something or somebody, take measurements of. The act or process of assigning numbers to phenomena according to a rule. The measurements were carefully done. Express as a number or measure or quantity. Prosody. The accent in a metrical foot of verse. Measuring instrument having a sequence of marks at regular intervals, used as a reference in making measurements. Musical notation for a repeating pattern of musical beats. Evaluate or estimate the nature, quality, ability, extent, or significance of. A container of some standard capacity that is used to obtain fixed amounts of a substance. Have certain dimensions. This table surfaces measures 20 inches by 36 inches. Consider in a comprehensive way. He appraised the situation carefully before acting. Evaluate or estimate the nature, quality, ability, extent, or significance of. I will have the family jewels appraised by a professional. Set or determine the amount of a payment such as a fine. Evaluate or estimate the nature, quality, ability, extent, or significance of. Charge, a person or a property, with a payment, such as a tax or a fine. Estimate the value of property for taxation. Our house hasn't been assessed in years. Form a critical opinion of. How do you evaluate this grant proposal? Evaluate or estimate the nature, quality, ability, extent, or significance of. Evaluate or estimate the nature, quality, ability, extent, or significance of. Regard highly. Think much of. Music. The relative duration of a musical note. Hold dear. Estimate the value of. The amount, of money or goods or services, that is considered to be a fair equivalent for something else. He tried to estimate the value of the produce at normal prices. Evaluate or estimate the nature, quality, ability, extent, or significance of. An ideal accepted by some individual or group. He has old-fashioned values. A numerical quantity measured or assigned or computed. The value assigned was 16 milliseconds. Fix or determine the value of. Assign a value to. Value the jewelry and artwork in the estate. Relative darkness or lightness of a color. I establish the colors and principal values by organizing the painting into 3 values: dark, medium and light. The quality, positive or negative, that renders something desirable or valuable. The Shakespearean Shylock is of dubious value in the modern world. A feeling of profound love and admiration. Love unquestioningly and uncritically or to excess. Venerate as an idol. Attend religious services. They worship in the traditional manner. Show devotion to a deity. Many Hindus worship Shiva. The activity of worshipping. A formal expression of praise. A formal expression of praise for someone who has died recently. A formal expression of praise for someone who has died recently. A formal expression of praise. Something that recommends, or expresses commendation of, a person or thing as worthy or desirable. Good news. A formal expression of praise. Ancient Greece. A hymn of praise, especially one sung in ancient Greece to invoke or thank a deity. Formally expressing praise. A formal expression of praise. A formal expression of praise. Ancient Greece. A hymn of praise, especially one sung in ancient Greece to invoke or thank a deity. Any quality or characteristic that gains a person a favorable reception or acceptance or admission. Her pleasant personality is already a recommendation. Something that recommends, or expresses commendation of, a person or thing as worthy or desirable. Something, as a course of action, that is recommended as advisable. Something given or done as an expression of esteem. Something that serves as evidence. Something that recommends, or expresses commendation of, a person or thing as worthy or desirable. Expressing admiration or appreciation. Testimonial dinner. Of or relating to or constituting testimony. The superlative form of an adjective or adverb. Fastest is the superlative of the adjective, fast. Highest in quality. The highest level or degree attainable. The highest stage of development. So many highest superlatives achieved by man. An exaggerated expression, usually of praise. The critics lavished superlatives on it. Say something to someone that expresses praise. He complimented her on her last physics paper. A remark, or act, expressing praise and admiration. Express respect or esteem for. Propose a toast to. An act of honor or courteous recognition. A musical salute to the composer on his birthday. Recognize with a gesture prescribed by a military regulation. Assume a prescribed position. When the officers show up, the soldiers have to salute. A formal military gesture of respect. An act of greeting with friendly words and gestures like bowing or lifting the hat. Become noticeable. A terrible stench saluted our nostrils. Express commendation of. I salute your courage. Greet in a friendly way. I meet this man every day on my way to work and he salutes me. Honor with a military ceremony, as when honoring dead soldiers. Praise somewhat dishonestly. Mention as by way of greeting or to indicate friendship. Express a good opinion of. Express approval of. Give to in charge. I commend my children to you. Present as worthy of regard, kindness, or confidence. His paintings commend him to the artistic world. Express congratulations. Pride or congratulate oneself for an achievement. Say something to someone that expresses praise. Be proud of. Praise formally and eloquently. Praise formally and eloquently. The dead woman was eulogized at the funeral. Angling by drawing a baited line through the water. A part song in which voices follow each other. One voice starts and others join in one after another until all are singing different parts of the song at the same time. A fisherman's lure that is used in trolling. He used a spinner as his troll. Angle with a hook and line drawn through the water. Cause to move round and round. The child trolled her hoop. Circulate, move around. Praise or celebrate in song. All tongues shall troll you. Scandinavian folklore. A supernatural creature, either a dwarf or a giant, that is supposed to live in caves or in the mountains. Sing loudly and without inhibition. Sing the parts of around in succession. Speak or recite rapidly or in a rolling voice.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.